fortunate to have among us Prabhuji. He has come all the way from GV to give us his education for Darshan Prabhuji. And one of the specialty Prabhuji has is that he dives very deep. Just like in the ocean, the diver goes very deep and from the bed of the ocean collects the gems and gives. Prabhuji dives very, very deep. Teachings of Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. And you will see when he speaks, gems come out. So let us try to collect as many gems as possible and not miss anything. Through our ears, through our notebooks, through our pen and pencil. And each of these gems actually can change our life. It's going to be a life transforming experience. We will not remain the same person if we attentively hear and try to implement Prabhuji's teachings. So Prabhuji passed out from very, very premier institute in India, one of the best, IISc Bangalore. And you know what future it can have, right? Materialistically. Easily, he could have become a CEO here. So instead of chasing the wealth of the material world or the West, he did chase another wealth he chased. And that's internal wealth. And he's very rich in that. So he's going to distribute, and he loves to distribute. And some of the wealth, out of compassion, he distributes, and some of the wealth come out as Subodhinis. You know Bhagavatam Subodhini, Bhagavad Gita Subodhini, right? And NOI, Nectar of Instruction Subodhini. So that's like a wonderful way. Even for a layman, he can understand. Just like in a prism, when sunlight comes, it reflects. 7 colors come out, right? Similarly, when Prabhuji speaks Bhagavatam, there are so many angles, and one can be just mesmerized and touched by that. Just the other day, I was reading in Back to Godhead magazine, one article Prabhuji wrote. 9 ways of mercy of Lord Chaitanya. 9 forms of Lord Chaitanya's mercy. It's based on the sloka Avishtadoham Vitarti. Deyam Sada Paribhavagnam Avishtadoham Vitartyam Pranasapala Bhavavito. So 11.533. So based on that, 9 ways. I read the sloka before, but I never knew there are 9 ways of Lord Chaitanya's mercy. So that's the wonderful thing. It's many, many different ways and angles he explains Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and that's really fascinating. So I'll not take much more time than this. So let's, I would only request that let's hear very attentively. Pravishta Karna Randhrena Sonam Bhava Sarodham Dinati Samalam Krishna Soila Sayata. Let's receive all these gems, as many gems as possible through our ears, attentive hearing. For the next 2 hours, please let us forget all other things and let us focusly hear and receive as much as possible. If possible, we can take notebooks and start noting down things so that we don't miss anything and we can reminisce it afterwards. We can go through it afterwards. And please switch off, keep your cell phone in vibration mode because otherwise a ring comes, it disturbs the whole thing. Next few days also Prabhuji has program in the evening. So tomorrow, Friday, Sandramon, there is a program on relationships. Saturday morning, there is Prabhuji is giving Bhagavatam class in the temple based on the 64 gurus. I'm sorry, 24 gurus. And same day after the class, Bhagavatam class, 11 o'clock, we are all going to the farm. So if you have not yet registered, please do register. If you need any information, please see me. Please do register and come for the farm. And Sunday there is one more program in Mountain View on the 10th of August. So thank you very much. Prabhuji, I'm really grateful to you that you came all the way. It's like our dream come true. Thank you Sukeshwari Mataji who actually made it happen. We are very, very grateful to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the generous introduction and auspicious reading. It's we will get another service and Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
तस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः तदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. I offer my humble obeisances to all the devotees who have assembled for this session. Very grateful to be at this place where we have two sets of Radha Krishna deities and two sets of Gaurang and three sets actually. The kids are also Nimai. So we have three Gaurang and we also have several auspicious forms of the Lord blessing us in various ways. And we also have the auspicious presence of so many devotees gracing this occasion. I'm very grateful to be amongst all of you today. And although we are meeting for the first time, second time, yesterday also we met, still with a lot of sense of intimacy, friendship, relationship, as we discussed yesterday, because we all connected with each other last couple of years through Harikatha. Naturally there is a relationship. So I hope the Zoom audience are able to hear the sound properly. So we have discussed in the previous session 10th chapter, 10th canto of Bhagavatam, 36 and 37 shlokas, chapters. So, and in these chapters we have seen that Narada Muni suddenly goes to Kamsa and then reveals Krishna's birth secret. Kamsa, you have been searching for the person who is going to kill you. You don't know that the 8th child of Devaki and Vasudeva is Krishna. Currently he is growing as the son of Nanda Maharaj. So you have been cheated. You have been royally cheated by Vasudeva. So in the night, Vasudeva has taken his child and kept him safely in his friend Vasudeva's house, his cousin Nanda Maharaj's house, and he presented Yashoda Mata's little baby girl as Devaki's 8th daughter. You have been cheated. And Kamsa became furious. He wanted to immediately kill Vasudeva and Devaki. But Narada Muni intervened and said, no, if you kill Devaki and Vasudeva, Krishna and Gaurang will run away from there. So he better wait till you kill Krishna and Gaurang, bring them here, kill them, then you can kill Vasudeva and Devaki. So apparently Narada Muni is favoring, what is Krishna? Sorry. Okay. So apparently, Naradamani was supporting supporting Kamsa and acting against the interests of Devaki and Vasudeva, but it is not the case. Naradamani, because he intervened in this whole incident, Vasudeva and Devaki got the good fortune of having Krishna back in their lives. Otherwise, Vasudeva and Devaki were in separation from their child for a decade. So, to cut the long story short, Naradamani left and Kamsa called Akrura and sent him to Vrindavan on a new chariot. So what happened when Akrura was sent to Vrindavan, and what happened on the way to Vrindavan? That's the subject matter of 38th chapter. And what happened after Akrura reached Vrindavan is the subject matter of 39th chapter. We will try to discuss these two chapters as much as time permits. And we are not restricted to 1 hour, right? We can go beyond hours. Okay. I hope you audience are okay with this. So, sometimes there is extra classes in the course. Okay. Next week we are not having class, right? So this is a notice for the course participants on Zoom. So anyways, Akrura entered Vrindavan very happily. He was traveling to Vrindavan very happily. So Prabhupada writes in his purports that we cannot enter Vrindavan by purchasing a ticket. Okay. Vrindavan is not just a geographical location. Vrindavan is a state of consciousness. So we need to enter Vrindavan in a state of devotional consciousness, with love and affection, with devotion to the Lord. So Prabhupada says that the way Akrura entered Vrindavan is very exemplary, and one should study Akrura's mood and attitude while he is traveling to Vrindavan, and one should imbibe the spirit of Akrura when they are going to Vrindavan. So in 2013 we had Vrindavan Yatra. So then 2013 we went to Jaipur first. Before that we went to Guyana. Guyana is the place where Radha Vrindavan Bihari's carvings are being made in those days, right? So you see Vrindavan Bihari temple, stone temple, small one. So on the Mandover, outside, outer wall of the temple, entire Bhagavatam 12 cantos are carved. And below layer, so Krishna Leela, Krishna's Vrindavan Leelas are carved. So we went to inspect. So I have given them the pictures, what to carve. Okay, selected some pictures and then we sent them. So they are doing it nicely or not, we had to go in and watch them. And after that, we went to Jaipur. There Radha Vrindavan Bihari is a new carved. Right. So 2013, somewhere in November, October. So every time the carving guy, he picks up a chisel and hammer and he does it. We feel as if he is hitting our hearts because it is very delicately carved. Otherwise, it's like nimble. Just be like the cheek will go little inside. It doesn't matter color. Okay, and they are just chiseling here or hand. The hand can become smaller. Deed is hand can become smaller. Leg can become smaller. They can do anything. Further, it is very confident. But when he is putting already, rather his form is already there. He can see it. When he is putting some Akrura and doing something, you feel what's happening. Anyways, we have seen all that. Next plan is, we stayed there for a couple of days to give him some instructions and Mahabharata Prabhu is the main person who has fashioned the form of the deities of Radha Vrindavan Bihari. So we completed our service at Jaipur and Guyana. We were going to Vrindavan in a bus. So we opened this chapter. 10th Canto, 38th chapter. Krishna's entrance, Akrura's entrance into Vrindavan. So 10 years back, the way he entered Vrindavan, while serving Vrindavan Bihari, who is about to manifest, we have not yet named the deities also. Okay, so that left very sweet memories in our minds. So, whenever we try to go to Vrindavan, we try to open this chapter and then try to read with other devotees. So that actually sets our mood. So Prabhupada instructs all of us that Akrura teaches us the actual method and mode of entering Vrindavan. So let us try to enter Vrindavan through the sound vibration with Akrura. So Akrura first began meditating on his own good fortune. Kamsa told him, you should go to Radharani and bring Krishna and Gaurang here for Dhanu Yaga. I'm going to kill them. This is my plan. I have arranged all the demons and the wrestlers and the elephant Kolya Peda to kill Krishna and Gaurang. So Akrura said, nothing will work. But anyways, it's my duty. I'm a minister. I'm supposed to go and report to the king and then do whatever he says. So let me go. He went. So because he was so excited that he's going to Vrindavan the next day, that whole night he would not sleep. When you are too tired, when you are too excited, when you are too exhausted, when you are too morose and anxious, you cannot sleep. Okay? Akrura could not sleep. So when he could not sleep, what was he doing? He was remembering Krishna's leelas, Krishna's pastimes, Krishna's qualities. Then early in the morning, he took a brand new chariot and he mounted the chariot. He wanted to go to Vrindavan. So he was thinking, today I am going to see Krishna's beautiful face and I am going to meet Krishna. It's a great fortune. As he thought, what pious deeds have I performed to be able to see Krishna in Vrindavan? What great tapasya have I performed? What does it mean? Is tapasya the qualification to see Krishna in Vrindavan? Definitely not. But why is Akrura thinking that what great tapasya did I do to be able to see Krishna and Balaram in Vrindavan? Basically, it's a conventional way of saying it. It's a convention. Generally, people say, oh, tapasya kiya. So there is not actually tapasya that qualifies one to enter Vrindavan. It's a very conventional way of saying something rare. Oh, if something is very rarely achieved, then we will say, oh, we have done so much tapasya. Okay? And he was thinking that I am a materialistic person. For a materialistic person like me, it would be very difficult for me to see the Lord. But now I am able to see the Lord. I am going to see the Lord. Again, this should not be taken literally. Some of the statements of Bhagavatam should not be taken literally. We should see the spirit of the statement more than the letters of the statement. So he was saying that I am a materialistic person. It would be difficult for me to see the Lord with this materialistic consciousness. But actually he was not a materialistic person. He was a nice soul. Okay. But later he only reconciled that today I am able to see the Lord, although I am so fallen. That shows that Krishna is merciful. He is attributing the credit of his rare fortune to be able to see Krishna in Vrindavan to Krishna's mercy, not to his qualification. And a devotee thinks that I am unqualified to attain some spiritual privilege, but still he grasps the spiritual privilege. The mood is that although I am unqualified, Krishna is giving me mercy. So Krishna's mercy is greater than my disqualification. That's the mood. Akrura is saying, Maivam mamadhavasyapi syadevachyuta darshan Riyamanaha kala nadya kvachittarati kaschana Maivam mama adhamasyapi. All of them adhama. All of them very fallen. Still, Achyuta darshanam. Today I am going to get the darshan of Lord Achyuta. How? Sometimes, by misfortune, one may be drowning in a river or being tossed into the waves of the river. But the waves of the river themselves will throw him on the shore of the ocean. And is it good fortune? Right? The very waves of the river that are supposed to drown him are pushing him to the shore. Okay? That is great fortune. That's a great possibility, but it's great fortune. So he's thinking that although I'm a materialistic person, I got a chance to be able to see Krishna in Vrindavan. So then he says that today all my sinful reactions are completely eradicated. My birth has become worthwhile and I am going to see Krishna and offer him obeisances. By offering obeisances to Krishna, all that is inauspicious in our lives is completely eliminated. Okay, so he is very conscious about it. How many times you must have entered temple and offered obeisances to the Lord? It just happens like that, like a ritual. Okay, of course, many devotees are in a devotional consciousness also, but that which we do very like naturally, effortlessly, or casually, that has great spiritual potency. To be able to offer obeisances in front of Krishna's deity is not an ordinary privilege. It's not a joke, right? Akrura is meditating. I'm going to offer obeisances to Krishna. Oh my God, what a great question. Okay. So, although I'm unqualified, I'm bestowed. Great fortune is bestowed upon me by Krishna's grace. So then he said, let me keep aside all my conceptions of being unqualified for this privilege. Because qualification, you cannot exactly calculate our fortune in terms of qualification or disqualification. We have to see things in perspective of Krishna's grace. Right? So Krishna doesn't see patra, vichar nahi sthana. He doesn't see place or time or candidates, qualification or disqualification. He just distributes mercy profusely. That is Krishna's style. Okay. Now, he was saying that I am actually very fortunate. And this fortune came to me through Kamsa. I am grateful to Kamsa. Sometimes Krishna may bestow some good fortune upon all of us through a very unpredictable, unexpected means. Here, Akrura's good fortune came to him through Kamsa, who is a very cruel tyrant. It's not necessary that we get some mercy only through pure devotees or saintly people. Okay. So we can get mercy through any agent. And that agent happens to be Krishna's representative in that context. So Akrura becomes grateful even to Kamsa. So Kamsa showed me great mercy to send me towards Krishna's mercy. There's when demons consciously or unconsciously, if they try to, if demons consciously or unconsciously, when they happen to facilitate the devotional services of some devotees, they also get some witness, isn't it? Again, Kamsa also got some witness. Krishna is going to liberate him very soon. Through Kamsa, he got some mercy. Sometimes through some bosses we may get mercy. Sometimes we may get mercy through someone who is traveling in the train. Okay, we can get mercy in any way. If only we have that perspective. If only we have that eagerness. Okay. So then he also described about the rarity of Krishna's darshan in Vrindavan. Vrindavan is that place where Krishna is walking barefoot. He is not even wearing some shoes. Vrindavanam sati bhuvo avitano atikiyate yad devaki sutapadam gujalabdha lakshmi. Vrindavan is that land that is constantly imprinted with the divine auspicious footprints of Krishna. And Krishna doesn't even wear shoes in Vrindavan. He wears shoes in Vaikuntha and many other places, but not in Vrindavan. So, Akrura realizes the rarity of his good fortune. We cannot take an opportunity to go to Vrindavan for granted. So we need to be conscious. Yes, this is a rare privilege. So that's what he's doing. Then he was thinking that today I will be able to see Krishna and my eyes will attain their perfection. The Gopis of Vrindavan said in Veda Gita, they said, Akshanvatam phalamidam na param vidamah. We can't see, we don't understand any other purpose of having eyes other than seeing Krishna. The only purpose for having eyes is to see Krishna. Right? You know that shloka where Purushottam says that those eyes, te netre tamasodhite suruchire yabhyam haridrishyate sabuddhirvivarendu shankhatavana yamadhavadhyayini sajitvamruta varshini pratipadam yastauti narayanam. In this shloka he says that that hand which offers obeisances to Krishna is the best hand. Yat Krishna pranipata dholi dhavaram tadvarshna tadvaishira. So that hand that bows down in front of Krishna is the best hand. Tene tre tamasodhite suruchire yabhyam haridrishyate. Those eyes that has a good fortune of seeing Krishna's divine form are the best eyes. And Sabuddhir vivarendu shankhatavadaya madhavadhyayini. That buddhi that constantly meditates on the beautiful qualities of Lord Krishna is the best buddhi, the best intelligence. Yamadhavadhyayini sajitva varshini pratipadam yastauti narayanam. Sajitva, that tongue that is constantly raining the nectar of Krishna's glories. That's the best tongue. Sajitva varshini pratipadam yastauti narayanam. Stuti. When you are doing stuti of Narayana, your jihva, your tongue, is constantly raining the nectar of Krishna's glories. So then, that's the best utility of tongue. So the best utility of eyes is to see Krishna. The best utility of intelligence or mind is to think of Krishna, meditate on Krishna, plan for Krishna's seva. And the best utility of hands and legs is just to engage in Krishna's service. Right? So in this mood, he is speaking. The third sloka is very, very important. Yasyakhilaviva abhisumangalaihi vacho vimishra gunakarma janmabhi prananti shumbhanti punanti vaijagat yastadvirakta shavashobhanamata. He says, Yasya akhila aviva abhihi sumangalaihi. So the greatest auspiciousness in life is caused by hearing Harikatha. Right? Vacho vimishra guna karma janmabhi. Vacha means words. Vimishra means words that are mixed with what? Guna karma janmabhi. The words that are mixed with the narrations of Krishna's qualities, Krishna's appearances, Krishna's pastimes, those are the real words. Right? Prananti shumbhanti punanti vai jagat. Prananti. That Krishna Katha, the glorification of Krishna is prananti. It will animate this world. Prananti means to induce prana. The life of this world is Harikatha. Prananti shumbhanti. Krishna Katha purifies this world. Punanti. Krishna Katha purifies the world. Prananti. Krishna Katha animates the world. So the animation, the beauty, the grandeur, the majesty, the fortune of this world is Krishna Katha. So, prananti shumbhanti punanti vai jagat yastadvirakta shavashobhanamata. Those words that are devoid of the glories of Krishna, those words that are devoid of the descriptions of Krishna's nama, rupa, guna, leela are shavashobhana. Shava means dead body. Shobhana means decorations. Right? So, if our words are not glorifying Krishna, those words are decorations of dead body. So, our words will be very eloquent, our voice will be very sweet, or we may use best vocabulary, right? Perfect voice modulation. Sound system is also good, right? So, but if those words are not glorifying Lord Hari, they are Shava Shobhana. They are decorations on a dead body. Only Krishna's glorification animates this world, prananti, beautifies this world, shumbhanti. Purifies this world, punanti vaichagat. So, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he went to Vrindavan, two birds sat on the tree and they glorified Radha and Krishna. There is a male parrot named Shuka and a female parrot named Sarika. Shuka and Sarika, they both were glorifying Krishna and Radha. So, Sukha, male parrot said, Saundaryam lalanali dhairyadadanam leela ramastamhini Viryam kandukitadrivarya bhavalat pare parardham gunah Sheelam sarvajananurajana maho yasyayamasmat prabha Vishwam vishwajanina kirtiravatat Krishno jagan mohanam Saundaryam lalanali dhairyadadanam. The beauty of Krishna, Saundarya of Krishna, lalanali dhairyadadanam. Krishna will subdue the passion, subdue the patience of all the gopis. Gopis become very impatient. Right? They want to come in contact with Krishna. Right? Saundaryam lalanali dhairyadadanam leela ramastamhini. Krishna's leelas, Krishna's pastimes, they astonish even Ramadevi. Who is that? Lakshmi, goddess of fortune. Viryam kandukitadrivarya bhavadat. Krishna's Viryam, Krishna's powers. So that can minimize the strength of even great mountain. Kandukitadrivarya bhavadat. Adrivarya is Haridasa Varya. Who is that? Govardhan mountain. Krishna lifted Govardhan mountain as if it was a ball with which kids play. Right? Viryam kandukitadrivarya bhavadat pare parardham gunah. And Krishna's qualities are unlimited. Sheelam sarvajananurajana maho yasyayamasmat prabha. Krishna's Sheelam, Krishna's character is sarvajana anuranjana. It's very pleasing to everybody. Right? Everybody gets attracted to Krishna's qualities. Yasyayamasmat prabha. This is the glory of our Prabhu, Krishna. Vishwam vishwajanina kirtiravatat Krishno jagan mohana. Vishwam vishwajanina kirti. The kirti of Krishna, the glories of Krishna is the real beauty of this world that animates the world. The way our Akrura is saying. Vishwam vishwajanina kirtiravatat Krishno jagan mohana. So Krishna is Jagan Mohana. Krishna enchants the entire Jagat. Yastat virakta shavashobhanamata. If our voice, if our words are not glorifying Krishna, they are just decorations of dead body. So these are the realizations of Akrura. He is going to Vrindavan to hear the glories of Krishna and to glorify Krishna. That's the purpose of going to Vrindavan, not sightseeing. He initially felt, I am not qualified to enter Vrindavan. But still, Krishna's mercy is there, right? So, although I am not qualified in 100 different ways, Krishna's mercy is greater than all my shortcomings, all my disqualifications. Okay. It's like last week we were discussing in Seattle. Prahlad was asked by Lord Brahma, you go and appease Lord Darshan. By that time everybody did. All the great devatas like Brahma, Shiva, Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Vayu, Vidyadharas, Kinnaras, Gandharvas, Kimpurshas, Vishnuparshadas, Munis, Prajapatis. So many great siddhas, all of them tried to offer prayers to Narasimhadev and console him and pacify him and reduce his anger. Everybody failed. So that time Brahma came to our dear Prahlad, 12-year-old boy, and he's saying that you go and pray to Lord Narasimha. Just before that, 1 minute back, Lakshmi said, I cannot go. My husband is very fierce now. I have never seen my husband in this form. So don't push me to go there. So Lakshmi Devi also failed in that sense. But Prahlad is going forward. As soon as he went, he said, Brahma Dayaswara Gana Munayotha Siddha Sattvaikatana Gatayo Vachasam Pravahi. So many great sages and devatas, Suragana, Munayotha Siddhas, perfected beings, they tried to glorify you. But they miserably failed to appease you. Okay? Sattvaikatana Gatayo Vachasam Pravahi. They are very eloquent. They are in Sattva, but they could not appease you. Who am I to appease you? I cannot glorify you. I cannot pacify you. I am coming from Hari Rudrajate. I am coming from Bhimanaya dynasty. If Devatas failed, how can Rakshasas win? Okay? So he is completely aware, conscious of his shortcomings and his poor background. Just because a devotee is mercifully offered some spiritual privilege, that does not mean devotee becomes puffed up. That does not mean devotees will forget their background. Where am I coming from? When you are here, now, but you are here some time back, you should not become puffed up. You should remember where you were and who brought you here. Then, our elevation, our advancement in spiritual consciousness will make us grateful, not become proud. So we should advance in bhakti. Along with advancement, our humility should increase, not pride. Our gratitude should increase, not pride. Okay? So, Prahlad just accepted a spiritual privilege of appeasing Narasimhadev, but he said, I am not qualified. But what is my qualification? If I am conscious that I am not qualified, why do you come here? The answer is Bhaktya tushyati kevalam na chagunai bhakti priyo madhava. Only bhakti pleases you, my dear Lord. So, do you have bhakti then? Yes, I have bhakti. And whatever bhakti I have is mercy of Narada Muni. There also is not taking credit. By the grace of Narada Muni, I got little bhakti. With that little bhakti, I have gathered some courage and came in front of you to appease you. Not only that. Tasmadaham vigataviklava ishvarasya. He said that, let me keep aside all my conceptions of being unqualified. Let me acknowledge your mercy. However unqualified I may be, however fallen I may be, your mercy can uplift me. So therefore I am accepting this spiritual privilege. Then he began his prayers. Same thing Akrura is doing here. Akrura says, I am unqualified, but good. I got an opportunity to comes up. An unqualified person, a so-called materialistic person, is given an opportunity to be a demon, a tyrant, a cruel person like Kamsa, to enter Vrindavan, to see Krishna and Gaurang Vrindavan. See, Krishna's mercy is inconceivable. Yesterday we were discussing such great devotees like who's that Parikshit Maharaj, Gajendra, Indrajumna Maharaj, Pandavas, they were all put in great difficulties. Like Parikshit Maharaj, you see. He was a great emperor. He subdued even Kali personified. And he was cursed to die by a 30-year-old kid. Brahmana boy. And here, Akrura, another devotee, he was allowed entrance into Vrindavan to the demon, Kamsa. So Krishna wants to punish, he can be the 30-year-old boy also. If Krishna wants to protect, he can just come in the form of a sari also. If Krishna wants to kill, he can do anything. If Krishna wants to give mercy, he can do it through demon also. We can't have some stereotype expectations from Krishna. He is free to do whatever he wants. He is kartum, akartum, anyatha kartum. He can type, he can delete, he can press Control Z, he can press Control S, he can press Control E, he can say command should delete. He can do anything. This is Krishna. So now Krishna, Akrura was thinking, I will see the Lord. My life will become totally auspicious. I will offer obeisances to the Lord. And he will place his hand on my head. Abhayastu. Okay? He will place his hand on my head, and that hand will remove all fears in me, all kinds of contamination in me. That is the potential of Krishna's lotus hand. And Krishna's glories are unlimited, and by Krishna's grace, I will become stronger in my devotion. And Krishna is very omniscient. Although I have been sent here by Kamsa, although my appearance in Vrindavan is as a representative of Kamsa, Krishna will not misunderstand me. That's the point here. Okay? Yesterday also we were discussing. Krishna will not misunderstand anybody. His devotees. So just because Kamsa had sent, Akrura is coming. Yes, Kamsa had sent him. He told me, you please come to Dhanuriyada. He'll kill you. So Krishna beat Akrura or what? No, Krishna will understand Akrura's intentions, his purpose. Even if a devotee happens to represent the will of a materialistic person, circumstantially, Krishna will not ever misunderstand. When Vibhishan came, Sugriva misunderstood him. Many other monkeys misunderstood him. But Ram never misunderstood him. Ram said, forget Vibhishan. Even if Ravana personally comes, I will show him mercy. To that degree, the Lord is merciful. So circumstantially, we are on someone's side That does not mean Krishna's mercy is gone. So our connection with Krishna is heart-to-heart connection. The external circumstances, time, place, and the situations we are caught up in, they may not slacken our bhakti. We are sincere. Krishna, he fought on the side of Duryodhana, fought on the side of Radharani. He was showering arrows at Arjuna. You are devotee of Krishna. He was fighting against Krishna. Krishna is in front of him. But Krishna is very merciful on Krishna. Krishna never misunderstood Krishna. Whole world may misunderstand Krishna. Even till date, people ask questions. Why Krishna kept silent when Draupadi Vasarhan is happening? Why did he fight on the side of Duryodhana? Right? So why he did not do anything when so many things are happening? So many ways in which even people till date misunderstand Krishna. But what is the mercy that Krishna has given? So Krishna came in front of, Krishna personally came in front of Krishna at his last moments. Many people think that Krishna has been waiting for the time of Uttarayana to come so that he can leave his body. He was not waiting for time Uttarayana. He was waiting for the person Uttarayana. Who is the person? Uttarayana, Krishna. Okay. Uttara is Parikshit's mother, Abhimanyu's wife, Arjuna's student and daughter-in-law. And Ayana means to protect. Krishna's another name is Uttarayana because he protected Uttaradevi. Okay. Ayana can also mean shelter. Krishna gave shelter to Uttara, and Krishna took shelter of Uttara's womb. Krishna entered Uttara's womb, right? He has taken shelter of Uttara's womb. So therefore, for various reasons, Krishna is called Uttarayana, and Krishna is waiting for that Uttarayana, not the time. Krishna himself says in 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, whether devotees leave their bodies in Uttarayana or Dakshinayana, Shukla Paksha or Krishna Paksha, or Sunday or Monday, or America or India, wherever they leave their bodies, they will be Krishna. At least it's guaranteed that they will get another opportunity to continue their service to Krishna in the next life. So that is Krishna. So Krishna will never misunderstand Krishna or Akrura. And Akrura is confident about it. To the degree we advance in bhakti, to that degree we develop confidence in Krishna's intentions and integrity. To the degree we have faith in Krishna, to that degree we become hopeful and confident that Krishna will protect me. Avashya Rakshime Krishna. One of the qualities of a devotee is Asha Bandha, always hopeful, not hopeless. Right? He's always hopeful that Krishna will provide me mercy. Right? If I deserve this protection in this way, yes, Krishna will do everything. So then Akrura was thinking, Lord will look at me, he will smile, he will embrace me. Right? Akrura first said that I will offer obeisances. When you offer obeisances to someone, they will bend and they will lift you up, right? So the like that Krishna will lift me up. While lifting, he will place his hand on my head with so much love and affection. So later he felt that, no, touch of Krishna's hand on my head is not sufficient, I want more. And you want. Earlier he was thinking that I am not qualified even to enter Vrindavan, but the reputation increased. No, I am not satisfied with touch. I want embrace. Okay. I want glances. I want embrace. So let the Lord hug me. Then he felt that the Lord will now address me also. Akrura, how are you doing? Okay. What is the purpose of your visit? He will speak to me. My God, the Lord is going to speak to me. He is very excited, right? So nothing, no moment, no second that he is going to spend in Vrindavan is going to be taken for granted by Akrura. Akrura is valuing every moment as precious, right? So your anticipation levels increase, your excitement. Come in contact with that moment, your excitement will increase to the degree you are anticipating for it, right? So Akrura's anticipation, this is spiritual anticipation. This is not material anticipation. The more your material hankering increases, the more frustration increases. Because you may hanker for some material pleasure, and the material pleasure does not have the ability to keep you excited forever. Therefore, we get frustrated. So, then, he felt that the Lord will address me, but I should not be proud. Okay? And Lord will reciprocate with me. I will offer obeisances to him. I will also offer obeisances to Balaramji. I will also offer obeisances to other Gopas. See, our worship of Krishna is not meant only for Krishna. We should also respect and worship and offer obeisances to the devotees of Krishna. Okay. So then Balramji also will address me with his sweet words. He will accompany me into the house of Nanda Maharaj. So in this way, Akrura was constantly absorbed in meditation on Krishna and what's going to happen in Vrindavan. Very excited. Okay. And by thinking like this on the way to Vrindavan, he did not even realize where is he going. He is not carefully watching his GPS, okay, or a Google map, okay. He did not realize where to take left turn, right turn. Maybe Google map is speaking to him, right? Take left turn after 500 meters, take right turn after 500 meters. Nothing. He is just aware of meditation. Somehow his chariot reached Vrindavan. So this is being transcendentally driven by Krishna's horses here. So he's so absorbed in the thoughts of Krishna, and Krishna brought him to Vrindavan. Although he was not consciously traveling towards Vrindavan, taking left and right turn. That was where the context. And by the time Akrura reached Vrindavan, it was evening time. Evening is the time where Krishna would return from the forest of Vrindavan, along with the Gopas and the cows and calves. And by this time, Krishna's hairs are completely filled with dust that is raised from the footprints of cows and calves. So Krishna appears, even if there is dirt accumulated on Krishna's face, he looks so beautiful. There is special cosmetic on Krishna's face. Raja Dhuli, Raja Raja is a special cosmetic on Krishna's face. Kutila Kuntalam Srimukham Chati Jadavudikshata Pakshmatusham. So Gopis of Radharani are saying that to be able to see and relish this beauty of Krishna's form, we don't have sufficient eyes. That Jada, that ignorant creator has created only 2 eyes. He doesn't know how to design human bodies. He should take consultancy from us. He should build 1,000 eyes. Okay? Then we will be able to actually relish Krishna's form. So anyways, as soon as Akrura entered Vrindavan, he got down from his chariot. He saw Krishna's footprints. As soon as Akrura saw Krishna's footprints, he went into deep ecstasy, because Krishna's footprints are very special. There are some special auspicious symbols there. You know that, right? Sanchintaya bhagavatas charana ravindam vajrankusa dhvajasaror bhavanchanadyam uttungarakta vilasanna chakravala jyotsna bhirahatamahad hridayandhakaram. So Krishna's auspicious footprints are marked with some special symbols like lotus and elephant driving goat and all that. So those footprints are seen. And Akrura became so excited, and he started rolling in the dust that is formed by Krishna's footprints. And Akrura is aware that Kamsa's spies must be around this area. The spies of Kamsa are moving in all small towns and villages. What's happening? Kamsa knows, Akrura knows. I am here rolling in the dust of Krishna, expressing so much of my devotion publicly. Maybe the spies of Kamsa notice me and make a phone call, WhatsApp call to Kamsa. Kamsa will keep my family there. You can do all that stuff, right? But Akrura is absolutely fearless. And this fearlessness is born out of his devotion to Krishna. He is so absorbed in devotion to Krishna, he became oblivious to surroundings. Whether Kamsa's people are watching him or he didn't even realize that. Right? Just like when Krishna, after some time Krishna goes to Mathura, he tours Mathura city. There he encounters a washerman, then he sees a beaver, and he also sees Sudama florist. Okay? So then Krishna meets Kubja, a hunchback lady. And Kubja is carrying some plate with some small cups on the plate. And Krishna asks, "Who are you? What are you carrying?" She says, "I am Trivakra, I am Kubja, I am the maid servant of Kamsa. Kamsa loves me for his cosmetics." And by this time, in his tour of Mathura city, Krishna has already reached Kamsa's palace. He is very close to Kamsa's palace. And Kubja is entering Kamsa's palace. Then Krishna asks, in front of Kamsa's palace, Krishna asks Kubja, can you give me some sandalwood paste? Can you give me some cosmetics and put on my face? Highly decorative person. She started applying all these cosmetics on Krishna's face, and she also made some rangolis on his face and some gopi dots and some on his chest and his hands. She decorated him in front of Kamsa's house. Kamsa can come on the balcony and see. Kubja's head will be chopped off, right? But Kubja had absolutely no fear because she loved Krishna. When there is spontaneous attraction towards Krishna, when there is intense love for Krishna, that love makes you fearless. The source of fearlessness in this material world is our absorption in Krishna Bhakti. To the degree we advance in Krishna's devotional service, to that degree we become oblivious to the temptations of this material world and we transcend the fears of this material world. Our ability to tolerate all temptations and terminate all tribulations comes from Krishna Bhakti, comes from absorption in Harikatha, in specific. When we become very oblivious, comes from special and let them pass. This is a precious moment, so let me roll in the rest of the entire. Let me roll in the rest of Krishna's lotus feet. So, Akrura says, Akrura. Sukadeva Goswami says, describing Akrura's ecstasy. Darshan ahlada vivriddha sambhramaha premodha roma shrukulatu lekshanaha rathat avasthandya sateshva chashtata prabhor amonya dhrirajamshaho iti. So, same thing that we discussed. He just felt that darshana ahlada. Darshana means the vision, the devotional sight that Akrura has seen. What he has seen dust. Dust is also darshan. Yes, it is darshan. In pure consciousness, even the darshan of Vrindavan's dust also can bring ecstasy in us. Okay? So, that darshan is darshan to the degree we are having devotion. There is no devotion, the most auspicious darshan also will look like, yeah, we just, some dogs are standing there, that's what we see. And there is no oral reception. The sense perception will not lead to devotional contemplation. Sense perception. Our senses are watching the beautiful forms of Radha and Krishna. They are supposed to take us into devotional contemplation. That will happen when there is oral reception. When we have received the glories of Krishna through our ears. Right? So the darshan ahlada vivruddha sambhramaha, his ecstasy, his sambhrama, his astonishment has developed, increased spontaneously by seeing the feet of Krishna, by seeing the dust from Krishna's lotus feet. Right? And he started rolling in the dust and he said, Deham bhratami yanartho hitva dambham viyam sucham sandeshadyo hare linga darshana sravanadibhi. He said, Deham bhratami yanartho. Deha means this material body. Deham bhrata means one who possesses this body. Deham bhrata yanartho. For a person who possesses a material body, this is the purpose, this is the goal. What is that? Hitva dambham viyam sucham. Hitva means give up. Dambham, give up your pride. Sucham, give up your lamentation. Viyam, give up your fears. So give up fear, lamentation and pride. It will happen by hearing Harikatha. That's what Bhagavatam promises us right in the beginning. What was that shloka? When we hear, not not even that. Shoka moha bhayabaha yasyam vai suryamanayam Krishne paramapurushe yasyam vai suryamanayam Krishne paramapurushe bhakti utpadyate pumsaham shoka moha bhayabaha yasyam vai suryamanayam. When you hear Harikatha, when you hear Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna paramapurushe bhakti utpadyate. Bhakti unto Krishna will be invoked in our hearts. And that bhakti will destroy shoka moha bhaya. Shoka is lamentation, moha is illusion or confusion. bhaya means fear. All three are destroyed by hearing Harikatha. Right? So same thing. Here he is saying, Deham Vrtamayartho Hitva Dambham Shucham Bhayam. So we should give up our lamentation, give up our fears, and do what? Sandeshadyo Harer Linga. So Lord Hari has so many symbols. His paraphernalia is left here and there. His symbols are left here and there. There are so many objects that invoke the memory, remembrance of Lord Hari. Right? Some things instigate us to remember Krishna, Smarana. So they will invoke that quality of Smarana in us. So just absorb your minds in that. Right? And do Darshan Shravanadidhi. Take darshan of those symbols, physically footprints or garlands, or Bhagavatam, or anything like that. Mahaprasad, right? Tariya. Okay. So, yeah, Mahaprasad. Garland is Mahaprasad. Right? So, this is how we need to perfect our lives. So, there is no fear for someone who is absorbed in Krishna Bhakti. So, then Akrura moved further and he was able to see Krishna and Balaram. And Krishna and Balaram, they just came from their pasturing grounds and they noticed Akrura, and Akrura felt so happy to see them, and Krishna and Gaurang felt so happy to see them and to see Akrura, and whatever Akrura meditated upon on his way to Vrindavan, all that became true now. He was thinking, Krishna will look at me. He was thinking, I will offer obeisances to Krishna, he will offer obeisances. He was thinking, Krishna will lift me up with his lotus hand. He did that. Okay? He said that he was thinking that Krishna will keep his lotus hand on my head. Krishna did that. And he also felt that Krishna will invite me to house. Gaurang will accompany me into the house of Nanda Maharaj. All that is happening. So when you have sincere desire to serve Krishna in some way, to connect with Krishna in some way, Krishna will keep you. The desire is sincere, and the desire is unmotivated, and the desire is selfless. Naturally, Krishna takes it as his responsibility to reciprocate with that desire. Okay? So the purpose of Akrura's entrance into Vrindavan has been fulfilled. Right? So Krishna and Balaram took Akrura into his home. Okay? And Krishna embraced Akrura as Akrura expected, and Balaram donated a cow to Akrura and massaged Akrura's feet. Here Balaram and Krishna are playing the roles of 10-year-old kids, 10-year-old boys. Akrura is like an old uncle and whatever, grandfather, something like that. Okay, he's an old man. So, but Krishna is playing his role, but internally Samarabhasa is happening. Okay, so Nanda Maharaj saw Akrura and he very lovingly invited Akrura into his home. So Nanda Maharaj, Krishna, Gaurang, all three of them took Akrura into the home. And Akrura was offered all kinds of hospitality, and he was received with great love and affection. Then there comes the 38th chapter, we are entering 39th chapter. Then Nanda Maharaj, by this time it's night. Akrura took some prasad and then sat there to discuss. And Nanda Maharaj prepared a separate room for Akrura. Now, next few minutes is going to be a little painful, very emotional scene is going to come up, but that's what the chapter is. So Krishna's Vrindavan pastimes are going to end apparently. So now Akrura has come to take Krishna away from Vrindavan. So what are the emotions of the Gopis? Vatsalya Gopis and Madhurya Gopis. And what is the response of all the other Brajavasis? We are going to see now. So Akrura was taken by Krishna and Balaram and Nanda Maharaj into his accommodation. So three of them discussed for a while, and Nanda Maharaj came out to do some night duties. And his kids, right? Krishna and Balaram are children, 10-year-old boys, 11-year-old. So they stayed with Akrura only. And Akrura started speaking to Krishna and Balaram. He was saying that Krishna, I have come here for a great mission. Then Akrura said, yes, I can understand that. Akrura, may I ask you, how are you? How are you doing? Then Krishna changed his question. In the presence of that tyrant Kamsa, how can you be peaceful? How can you be happy? There is no point asking this question. Right? My question is invalid. Krishna answered this question. I am 100% sure you are not very happy. Okay? How is Vasudeva? How is Devaki? So basically he is becoming inquisitive. Then Akrura said that Krishna, as you guessed, is as long as that Kalakamsana, that degrader of our dynasty, Kamsa is alive. As long as Kamsa is alive, there is absolutely no possibility for peace and happiness in our lives. So, but we can end this if you come there. So, recently something happened, something very unique has happened in the Mathura city. Naradamuni met Kamsa. Naradamuni revealed your birth secret to Kamsa. Naradamuni told Kamsa that you are the 8th seed of Devaki and Vasudeva. And you are the one who is ordained to kill Kamsa. And since then Kamsa became extremely fearful and anxious and furious. He was about to kill Vasudeva and Devaki, but somehow Naradamuni intervened and said that if he kills Devaki and Vasudeva, he will run away. Therefore he saved. Somehow Naradamuni saved the lives of Devaki and Vasudeva. So it is your responsibility to come and protect your parents now. Otherwise they cannot survive. And Krishna was thinking, oh, right, 10 years back on my birthday. First birthday. First birthday, you can't tell first birthday, right? On the day of my birth. Right? So my father took me, Vasudeva took me. And later he felt, oh, my uncle took me. Who is that uncle? Vasudeva. Krishna was calling Vasudeva's uncle, not father. The reason is, till this moment, Krishna was so absorbed in his mood as Nanda Maharaj's son, Nandanandan, Yashodanandan, co-head by Gopal, not as Mathuravasi, not as Mathuradhish. Actually, Krishna appeared from Devaki Mata and also Yashoda Mata simultaneously. Krishna appeared in a 400 form in the prison cell of Kamsa to Devaki Mata, and Krishna appeared in a 200 form to Yashoda Mata in Vrindavan, and Vasudeva picked up that Vasudeva Krishna and brought him to Vrindavan, and both Krishnas merged. And that little baby girl, Yashoda Mata's daughter, Durga, Yogamaya, she was taken by Vasudeva back. So when Krishna identifies himself as Nandanandan Krishna, Vasudeva becomes his uncle. When Krishna identifies himself as Vasudeva Krishna, then Nanda Maharaj becomes uncle. Right? So, yeah, my uncle brought me. No, uncle, he just come, bring out that Vasudeva mode now. Right? So now you should start identifying yourself as the son of Vasudeva. How long they should suffer like this? So Krishna became little grave, very emotional. And Akrura said, Krishna, a mother who has a son like you should not suffer like this. Your mother Devaki, she has not slept properly for a decade. She has not eaten properly for a decade. There is not a single day when Devaki Mata has not shed tears of pain in your separation, Krishna. So, a son like you, how can you tolerate hearing about the pain of Mother Devaki? So Krishna became even more grave, very emotional. Gaurang is very carefully listening to the conversation. He was there, witnessing the conversation, but Gaurang takes a back seat. Gaurang is like a supporting hero. Main hero is Krishna. In all the pastimes of Krishna. In Vrindavan and other places also. So, then Krishna continued to listen. So what has happened? What did Kamsa say? How are my parents? He asked more and more details. Then Akrura broke into tears and he said that your parents, always they wanted to give up their lives. But they are maintaining their lives only with an expectation, with a hope that you will return to them one day. So why don't you fulfill their hopes now? Please fulfill. When Hanumanji went to Sita Devi was in extreme tears. And when Hanuman came back from Lanka to Ram, he was describing all the emotions of Sita Devi very effectively. Even the messenger also should have the bandwidth, should have the empathy and sympathy towards the person who is suffering. Then only he will be able to represent that suffering in front of the other person who is supposed to relieve that suffering. Right? So Akrura is doing a good job here in communicating the feelings, the emotions, the intense pain of Mother Devaki and Vasudeva both. So Vasudeva's body, his mind, his mouth has become completely dried up. So he has absolutely no smile on his face for such a long time. So now Krishna apparently has forgotten all these things. He will never forget anything. But somehow by his absorption in the Vrindavan pastimes, by the influence of Leela Shakti or Yogamaya, whatever, Krishna is apparently not aware of all these things. He is absorbed in Vrindavan. And definitely in the heart of his heart, he is experiencing the emotions and loving affection of Devaki and Vasudeva also within. So then Akrura narrated all this, and Krishna said, okay, fine, I got an understanding of all the emotions, but what is the purpose of your visit suddenly here? Okay. So I understand the feelings of separation of my parents, I can empathize with them. Yasya kshanam yogena loko hyapriya darshanah uppena rahito hesha mratakaha protyate yatha. Yasya kshanam yogena. Just a moment of separation from Krishna cannot be tolerated by devotees. Loko hi apriya darshanah. All the planets will appear so unfavorable. Apriya darshanah. Uppena rahito hesha mratakaha protyate yatha. All the planets will appear devoid of life. Okay? Like dead bodies. Nothing seems very appealing to a devotee who is in intense feelings of separation from Krishna. So Krishna could understand this. Krishna could empathize with those feelings. Then Krishna said, Akrura, understand this? So what's the plan? Then Akrura started explaining that Krishna, Kamsa has orchestrated a great Dhanuri Yaga. There is Lord Shiva's bow in Mathura city. So suddenly, all of a sudden, this Kamsa had a plan to worship that bow. It is going to happen on Chaturdasi. Chaturdasi is the day after tomorrow. Trayodasi is the day when Krishna was taken by Akrura to Mathura. And Dwadasi is the day when Akrura reached Vrindavan. Ekadashi is the day when this whole thing is revealed and all. So, then on Chaturdasi, he planned for a Dhanur Yaga. And he is inviting everybody, inviting all the prominent people from the nearby villages and towns, and he is also conducting some sacrifices and pujas and also some wrestling matches, this and that. All this is with one and only motive of killing you. He just wants to kill you. On the pretext of Dhanur Yaga, he wants to invite you to Mathura, and in Mathura, he has kept Kovalaya Pida. Powerful elephant, you know the background of Kovalaya Pida? Kovalaya Pida was instrumental in the auspicious marriage ceremony of Kamsa. Right? So one day Kamsa was doing his activities, and Kovalaya Pida, this strong elephant, he came there disturbing Kamsa's camp. And Kamsa picked up Kovalaya Pida and took him 80 miles away. 80 miles away. And Kovalaya Pida was Jarasandha's elephant. And Kamsa, he had so much power. So Kovalaya Pida has alone, one elephant, has the strength of thousands of elephants put together. And Kamsa effortlessly picked up Kovalaya Pida and took him 80 miles away. And the elephant fell in Jarasandha's camp. Jarasandha came out, searching for that person who made Kovalaya Pida fall like this. So he ended up taking Darshan of Kamsa. And he asked Kamsa, Are you the person who threw my Korea medal? Yes, it's only me. Okay, thank you so much. I found Sanila now. So Jarasandha had two daughters, Asti and Prapti. So he said, I'm searching for a very powerful son-in-law. You are the qualified son-in-law. And Kamsa will be pleased, naturally. Very pleased. So he married these both these daughters of Jarasandha. Anyways, so Akrura said, this Kovaya Pida was stepped to kill you, Krishna. And Kamsa also kept his 5 mountain-like rituals. Chanura, Mushtika, Shala, Toshala, Kuta. He wanted to kill you both brothers. So this is the situation. Then Krishna laughed at the stupidity of Kamsa. Okay. So he said, okay, let him plan whatever he plans. What are we supposed to do now? He sent an invitation. He told me to bring you and Balaram specifically to this Dhanuryaga. And naturally, your father, Upananda, and who other some chief Cowhead members, Cowhead men also will come, along with their annual taxes. Okay? So that is the plan. And I am the unfortunate person to be sent to Vrindavan for this purpose. But I am also fortunate to have your darshan. Okay? So this is the essence of what I have to say. Then Krishna got up, went out, and told Nanda Maharaj. Nanda Maharaj understood something different in Krishna's daily life. So Nanda Maharaj said, yes, Krishna was there. Akrura has come. We had a long discussion with him and doing something here. So what is that? Then Krishna said, my dear father, there is an auspicious news for all of us. All of us can go to Mathura now. It is auspicious news. Yashoda Mother was practically unconscious hearing this. So Krishna started slowly explaining that Akrura has come here, representative of Kamsa. He brought the message of King Kamsa. He is saying that Kamsa is inaugurating a Dhanuryaga, and in this Dhanuryaga, we all have to participate. We have to pay our annual taxes, and he specifically called me and Balram also. So, as soon as Krishna made this announcement very confidently, now that Krishna is a little grown up, he is also asked to speak. He is allowed to speak. If he is a 2-3-year-old boy, toddler, Yashoda, hey, keep it. Okay, I'll tell you 2 more times. But now he cannot be told like that. So he is a little grown up person. He is able to address the community of devotees, Vrajavasis. So Vrajavasis listening and come and our Nanda Maharaj understood. Looks like there is something official here. Let me call Upananda. He called Upananda. He called many other chief members of Cowhead community also. All of them have appeared there. Then Krishna explained things nicely. It is Kamsa who has ordered. You know how cruel a king he is. If you don't follow his order, he can cause harm to entire Vrindavan land and all of us Cowhead members also. So better we follow. Then Kamsa, Nanda Maharaj and Upananda became very anxious. Yashoda Mata was behind the curtain. From there she is watching what's happening, what is this official discussion going on. And she was very anxious. Then Nanda Maharaj said, Krishna, we understand we have to go. What is the necessity for you to go? Krishna said, I also don't understand. But Kamsa told, right? So you have to go. It is Kamsa who has told, so therefore we need to go. King's order, if subjects we are supposed to follow. Then all the Cowhead members were very anxious. Because Kamsa is very cruel. He is known to be killing even infant babies also. They were not confident to send their dear Krishna there. And also Krishna never went outside Vrindavan. Vrindavanam parityajya param ekam na gacchati. Krishna never went outside because Krishna does not have that habit of going outside. And specifically some invitation is coming to Krishna. They all became very, very anxious. And then Krishna said, my father, why are you anxious? Do you think that Kamsa can harm me? First time, Krishna is announcing his powers. He is boasting about his Aishwarya. Don't you know that I have killed Pudana? I have killed Trinavarta, I have killed Vatsasur, Bakasur, Vyomasur, Arishtasur, Keshi. I have killed so many such demons. Who is Kamsa in front of them? These people are mystic demons. They are great tyrants, real Rakshasas who came in the disguise of innocent animals. But I have killed all of them. If Kamsa does some mystic there, I kill him also. Can you believe that? And the Vrajavasis somehow they knew that Krishna has special blessings of Narayana. Okay? Because at the time of Krishna's name giving ceremony, Radharani told, Narayana Samo Gunai, this little child will have qualities equal to Narayana. And since then, innocently, all the Vrajavasis were thinking that, oh, Krishna may have some special qualities, special blessings of Narayana. Therefore, Krishna is able to do all these kinds of unimaginable, superhuman activities. He was able to lift Govardhan mountain because he is blessed by Narayana. He was able to kill Keshadevan. His butter soft hand appeared like iron rod in the hand, in the mouth of Keshadevan because of Narayana. So they are giving all credits to Narayana. All the Krishna is giving all the pastimes. Okay? Because they never believe that Krishna is God. Even if Krishna manifests his Godhood, even if Krishna performs so many superhuman activities, the cowhead members, the members of this cowhead community just believe that Krishna is our darling child, our friend, our son, our dear lover, that's all. In Vrindavan, nobody believes that Krishna is God, but the Vrajavasis love Krishna more than anyone else would ever love God. They are the epitome of Krishna Prema, that is Vrindavan. So, these Vrajavasis now, they did not have any doubt that if Kamsa does some mischief, Krishna will kill him. But their doubt is, will Krishna come back? Or their problem is, even if Krishna comes back, but why should we tolerate this 4 days of suppression? Krishna says, I will go tomorrow, day after tomorrow I will kill that fellow, and after that I will come back. Right? 2 more days, just 2 days. Why can't you just tolerate this? 2 days? 2 minutes also we cannot tolerate. 2 seconds also we cannot tolerate. Within one eye blink, we experience millions of yogas of separation. Don't you know Krishna? That's your argument. Okay? But Krishna is trying to apparently subdue their loving feelings by presenting logic. Official considerations. Kamsa is a cruel king. If you don't follow his orders, he may harm the entire cowherd community. Therefore, it is our responsibility to respect the words of Kamsa. Then, as everybody is absorbed in this intense discussion whether Krishna has to go or not, Purnamasi, elderly lady, very respectable lady in the entire Vrindavan. So she came there. And everybody asked her Purnamasi, what is your opinion? Then Purnamasi said that if Krishna goes to Mathura, there will be auspiciousness for everyone. Because Krishna will kill all the evil forces there. But there could be some delay in Krishna's returning to Vrindavan. She said that much and left. So she definitely declared auspiciousness. But she also mentioned that Krishna, there will be some delay. But Vrajavasis could not understand that the delay is for 1 century. Not for 1 day, 1 week, 1 hour. Just 5 more minutes. He reaches half an hour, he reaches 5 more minutes. It's not 5 more minutes and half an hour delay. It's 1 century delay. This is the patience of Vrajavasis. So nobody had waited for Krishna's return as the Vrajavasis did. But in one sense, Krishna never left their hearts. Vrajavasis always kept Krishna in their hearts. In that sense, there is no separation. But physically, there is some separation. Okay. So somehow, by these words of Purnamasi, there are Vrajavasis started discussing, and they said, "Oh, fine, we have to do all the 9 Nandas, Upanandas, 6 Vrajabhanus, so all the adult Gopas, they all went and informed the Gopis, okay, their wives, their daughters, whatever. So, Nanda Maharaj made an announcement. So tomorrow morning we have to start the Mathura. You please get all your luggage, your taxes, all milk products and whatever things that you need to offer to Kamsa, just make everything ready, make your bullock carts ready, early morning we are leaving there. An announcement is made. So without any WhatsApp broadcast or any circulation, this announcement went viral throughout Vrindavan. Entire Brajabhumi, overnight, they came to know that Krishna is going to Vrindavan. All Kamsa taxes, milk products, packing and all. Secondary, Krishna is also going from Vrindavan. He is going to Mathura. So this news went viral. But everybody somehow believed that Krishna will come back day after tomorrow. So in 2 days Krishna will come back. And that's what Krishna said, no, it is 2 days, I will back. So everybody felt that Dhanurya is after tomorrow. After Dhanurya can come back. 2 days, right? So he will be back. That's what they are thinking. But somehow, the Gopis of Vrindavan, the Madhurya Gopis of Vrindavan, younger ones, so they felt that Krishna will never come back. Krishna may not come back. So they were in intense feelings of separation. Now Krishna started considering that in the case of all the Rajavasis, I was able to console them with my words and an announcement. But as far as this younger Gopis, Madhurya Gopis are concerned, I think I should not do that. I cannot do that. They will not be consoled. They cannot be pacified. By this time they are in extreme agitation, I can understand that. So Krishna expanded himself into unlimited forms, as many as there are number of Gopis. And he individually went to each and every Gopis house and wanted to pacify them specifically. Right? That is the position of the Madhurya Gopis of Vrindavan. No one else could love Krishna as much as the Madhurya Gopis do. And Vatsalya Gopis also have affection for Krishna. And when this whole discussion is happening, Mother Yashoda was too stunned, was extremely pained, but she could not do much. Right? King is ordering, local king Nanda Maharaj has taken a decision, everything is, preparations are happening, and it's being very loudly said that Krishna is just coming in 2-3 days and you have to tolerate Krishna's operation for these 2-3 days only. So, although her emotions were very high, logically he could not speak much. But the Madhurya Gopis, their emotions take over, logic will just is completely silent in the case of Madhurya Gopis. So all the Gopis, younger Gopis of Vrindavan, they were extremely pained. They had great mental anguish. So their faces became very pale. They started breathing very heavily. And the Acharyas give different groups of Gopis. Bhadra and her group, Shyama and her group, Chandravali and her group, Radharani and her group. So all these groups of Gopis, they gathered together in Vrindavan at different spots, in small groups, and they started conversing about Krishna. So, just like in Venu Gita, the Gopis come together. They discuss about Krishna's flute song with other Gopis. In Gopi Gita also they gather together. And they glorify Krishna's form, Krishna's qualities, and they chastise Krishna sometimes. They said, in the Gopi Gita they said, Nakhalu Gopika Nandano Bhavam Akhila Dehina Mantara Madri Vikhana Sarthito Vishwaguttari Sakhau Deva Sattvatam Kure. Saying, Nakhalu Gopika Nandano Bhavan. Krishna, you are not Gopika Nanda. You are not the son of Mother Yashoda. Because we know Mother Yashoda's son is extremely merciful towards his devotees. He is Bhakta Vatsala. He is having this quality of Bhakta Vashyata. He is captivated, he is controlled by his devotees. He is completely bound by the love and affection of his devotees. Nakhalu Gopika Nandano Bhavan. You are not Gopika Nanda. You are not the son of Mother Yashoda. Because Yashoda Master, some years, he will keep aside his own plans to steal butter, and he will be bound by the rope of Mother Yashoda slow to the pudding draining water. That is Gopikananda. Na khalu Gopika. Khalu means certainly, pakka. You are not Gopikananda. Na khalu Gopika Nandano Bhavan Akhila Dehina Antaratma. Then who are you? Akhila Dehina Antaratma. You are the Antaratma. You are the Paramatma. Neutral Paramatma in the hearts of all living beings. What does neutral Paramatma do? Whatever the living being is doing, he will make it. He will note down in his Google Notes. Right? He will make a note and he will just share it to Yavraj. And Yavraj will see this. And he will also send a message to Paramatma. This fellow has done these simple activities, punish him in this way. Throw him in Kumbhi Bata for next 1,000 years. Keep him in Sachiva for next 10,000 years. So he will execute. He will make a decision. Observation, decision, delegation. That's what he does, Paramatma. But what does Bhagavan do? He says, hey, don't do this simple activity. Don't do this, don't do this. That is Bhagavan. Okay? So Bhagavan is more personal, Paramatma is more neutral. Krishna, you look like a neutral Paramatma, not like personal Bhagavan. Okay? Right? Akhila Dehina Antaratma. They chastise Krishna. Now in this context, in Gopi Gita they said like that, in Venu Gita they said like that. Now Pranaya Gita they said something else. Okay? Now this is another Gita which is going to come up, which is called Viraha Gita. Anticipating separation from Krishna. There are so many Gitas in Bhagavatam. Within Vrindavan pastimes, there are some Gitas. And otherwise also there are some official names of some songs. And then Bhagavatam can be called song because written in poetry, except few shlokas from the 5th canto. Right. In the 4th canto we have Rudra Gita. In the 10th canto we have Venu Gita, 31st chapter. Then we have Gopi Gita, 31st chapter. And we have this Gita. No, that's 11th canto. 10th canto I am saying. Yugala Gita, 35th chapter. Yugala Gita. Now in this 38th chapter we have, 39th chapter, we have Viraha Gita. After that comes Brahmara Gita. Okay. Then Uddhava Gita. Within Uddhava Gita we have Aila Gita, Pingala Gita, Vrikshu Gita. In the 12th canto we have Bhumi Gita. That is 1 dozen songs like Gitas in Bhagavatam. Okay. Now we are going to discuss Viraha Gita. Now then we have 8 o'clock. And so we sing Viraha Gita, not sing, just discuss a little bit of Viraha Gita and complete this episode at least. So Viraha Gita is the song of separation. In fact, all songs are songs of separation only. But specifically, Acharya titled this song as Viraha Gita. All the Gopis of Vrindavan gathered in groups and they started discussing amongst themselves. Okay? The faces of Gopis were withered by this announcement. So they were like sparks from a fire. They are getting extinguished. They are burning with anger and they are getting extinguished. So they become very conscious also. So now Radharani specifically, she heard the news that Krishna is going for a journey to Mathura tomorrow. And this news entered Vrishabhanu's palace also, entered Radharani's house also. Then when in the royal assembly she heard that her master would go on a journey, she fainted. She at once fainted. And she was like a banana tree struck by great wind. That's a comparison given by our acharyas. So, some gopis, their beauty is completely withered away. They have become spontaneously emaciated. Generally, when you don't eat for a long time, when you don't sleep for a long time, you become very emaciated, you become very weak, right? So, as soon as the gopis of Vrindavan hear that Krishna is going to Vrindavan, they will become spontaneously emaciated, spontaneously weak. Their hands will become like fingers, right? Rings will become like bangles, right? Bangle is like, it's not tightly fit on the hand, it's like little bigger. So ring is tightly fit on the finger. So rings will become bangles because the hands, the fingers have become very emaciated. They become very thin, they become very weak, they faint, they become unconscious. These are the spontaneous physical transformations they undergo because of mental anxiety. right? So they look like as if they are not sleeping for a long time, as if they have not eaten for a long time. They become very weak. So they didn't sleep like bracelets from their emaciated fingers, and they were stunned. They were totally motionless, and they were like painted pictures. They are not moving. There is no movement. There is no animation in their bodies. Then they sing this sloka. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare,
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare,
Kaschid Vadantya Hasavrileti Vihvalaha, Visrijya Kamani Grahasya Sarvato, Yogiva Chananda Gata Drupeshwara. Sri Krishna, Govinda, Hare, Murare, they were chanting the holy names of Krishna in this way. And as soon as they have heard this news, they have neglected all their household activities. Earlier, they were constantly doing their household activities remembering Krishna. You know what the Gopis do in Vrindavan? Yado haneva hanane mathano kalepa Prinkankhana bharudito kshanamaarjanadahu Gayanti chaina manuratta dhiyo shrukanto Dhanyavrajastriya urukramachitta yanaha Yadohane while milking their cows, Vahanane while crushing their grains, Mathana while churning buttermilk, Upalepa while smearing their walls with powder or floors with powder, Prinkankhana while singing on strings, or Bharudita while taking care of their crying babies, Ukshana while sprinkling their courtyards with water mixed with powder, Marjanala while cleaning their floors, whatever they are doing. Gayanti chaina manuratta dhiyo shrukancho. They are constantly singing the glories of Krishna. Manuratta dhiya, with their minds totally immersed in Rati for Krishna, love for Krishna. Dhanya vrajastriya urukrama chitta yana dhanya. What great fortune. There cannot be anyone who is as fortunate as the Gopis of Vrindavan. Urukrama chitta yana, their chitta is completely hovering about Lord Urukrama's thoughts. And those Gopis of Vrindavan, now they abandon their household activities. Their minds become totally deranged, imbalanced, right? They lost their composure. They became overwhelmed with intense feelings of suffering from Krishna. So they are gathered in small groups. So the Gopis are saying, Aho ati nirmohi janasya chittam param charitram garitum na yogyam mukhena chanyam hridi bhavyamanyat devo na janati kuto manushya. The Gopis are saying that even the great philosophers, completely freed from all confusions and illusions, they cannot, with their mouths, sufficiently describe the qualities of Krishna. Okay? They cannot sufficiently meditate on Krishna within their hearts. Even great devatas cannot understand Krishna's pastimes. How can an ordinary human being understand Krishna's pastimes? What is the tone in which they are speaking? Who can understand this unsteady mind of Krishna? Krishna has maintained great friendship with us. Suddenly he is abandoning us and he is leaving us, leaving Vrindavan, right? It's very difficult for even devatas and sages also to understand Krishna. So he is very indifferent, very neglectful. Okay? So the Gopis are simultaneously getting overwhelmed with love for Krishna and also in that mood criticizing Krishna, chastising Krishna, blaming Krishna. They were saying in Gopi Gita, they were saying, Pati Sudanvaja, Bhratur Bandhava, Adilankhati, Achyutagataha, Gatirastavo, Udgita Mohitaha, Kitavayo Ashitaha, Kastyajan Rishi. Who Kitava, who cheated? We have left our Sutta, Bhratur Bandhava, we have left our husbands, we have left our sons, family members, social customs, everything we have left, and we have come here to meet you, and you left us. Right? Kitava, you are a cheater. You are abandoning women in the middle of night in this forest. So that's chastising. Same thing they are doing here also. Right? So, aware of the anguish felt by the Gopis, Krishna expanded himself into unlimited forms and entered the house of each and every Gopi to console them. to pacify them. To this degree, Krishna is very personal. Right? Individually he went. Right? First he went to Srimati Radharani's home. Sri Radha Mandiram Gatva Drishtva Radham Cha Murchitam Raha Sthitam Sakhi Gane Nanadam Muralim Kalam. Sri Radha Mandiram Gatva. Krishna went to Radharani's mandir. What did he see there? Drishtva Radham Cha Murchitam. Radharani is unconscious. She fainted. Right? Raha Sthitam Sakhi Gane. She was in a secluded place. Fallen unconscious. Nobody was there. Right? And some sakhis were there. And Krishna, to wake up Radharani, what did he do? Nanada Muralim Kalam. He picked up his flute and very softly played the flute. Hearing Krishna's flute song, Srimati Radharani became conscious. She was awakened. Then, Sritva Vamsi Dhvanim Radha Sahasottaya Chatura Netra Unmilya Dadrishe Sri Govindam Samagatam. Sritva Vamsi Dhvanim Radha. Hearing the dhvani, the sound of Krishna's flute song, Radharani woke up. And Sahasottaya Chatura. And she came to consciousness, she became conscious again. And Netra Unmilya Dadrishe. She was agitated, she opened her eyes. And what did she see? Sri Govindam Samagatam. Krishna has come personally, that Govinda has come personally. Right? So she gazed at Krishna with her lotus-like eyes. Right? Just like a lotus flower gazes at the sun with so much appetite. Sun, whole night you are not there. I was like this. For me to smile, right? For me to open my mouth and then smile like this, you need to be there. Without you, I cannot smile. Okay. So, Gopina Nayanotpalarchitatanum Gopasanghavritam Govindam Kalaveduvadanaparam Divyanga Bhusham Bhaje. The Padyavali, Rupa Goswami compiles some beautiful shlokas. That one shloka is this. Fullendi Varakanti Mindu Vadatam Barhavatam Sapriyam Srivatsandamudara Kaustubhadharam Pitambaram Sundaram. Fullendi Varakanti Mindu Vadanam. Krishna's beautiful face is like the freshly blossomed lotus flower that is bathed in moonlight. Right? Fullendi Varakanti Mindu Vadanam Varhavatam Sapriyam. He also holds this peacock feather clear to his hand, close to his head. Okay. Srivat Santa Mudara Kaustubhadharam Pitambaram Sundaram. He is Pitambara. He has Srivat Samark on his chest. Right? Pitambaram Sundaram. Now, next line. Gopina Nayanotpalarchitatanam Gopasanghavritam. Gopina Nayana Utpala. All the beautiful eyes and the glances from the eyes of the gopis, they are like Utpala flowers. Architatanam, Krishna's beautiful body is worshipped by these flowers. The gopis, whenever they come in contact with Krishna, whenever they see Krishna, they bathe Krishna. They do Pushabhishek of Krishna with their glances. Gopina Nayanotpalarchitatanam Gopasanghavritam. Krishna is surrounded by all the cows and gopas. Govindam Kalaveduvadanaparam Divyanga Bhusham Bhaje. That Govinda is nicely playing his flute. Divyanga Bhusham Bhaje. And that Govinda came and now he played his flute. And Radharani opened her eyes and started worshipping Krishna with the Utpala flowers of her glances. Okay. Then gazing at this poor Srimati Radharani with tears in her eyes, Krishna started speaking. Ashru Purna Mukhindinam Radham Kamalalocanam Sochantim Bhagavanaha Megha Gambhiraya Gira. Ashru Purna Mukhim Radha. Srimati Radharani's eyes are filled with tears. Radham Kamalalocanam. Srimati Radharani has lotus-like eyes. Then Sochantim Bhagavanaha. Seeing her lamenting, Bhagavan Krishna started speaking. How? Megha Gambhiraya Gira. With voice grave like clouds, right? So I don't know how to speak like that. Only Krishna can speak. So he asked Radharani, why are you unhappy? Please don't cry. Are you unhappy because you have heard that I am going away? Krishna did not dare to beat around the bush now. Many times Krishna does it, right? But now Krishna straight came to the point. Are you unhappy because you have heard that announcement that I am leaving now, leaving tomorrow? So let me explain. Krishna understood. She is not in a very composed state of mind. She is not in a mood to speak out. She was totally choked up. She was very emotional. This is not the time to agitate her. Right? It's a life and death situation kind of thing. So Krishna came straight to the point. You know what he said? Bhuvo bharavatārāya kamsa dīnam vadhāya cha brahmana prāthitah sakshat jato ham vai tvaya. So Bhuvo bharavatārāya. I have appeared on this planet to reduce the bhara, reduce the burden of this bhumi, this mother earth. Kamsadina vadhāya. And I also have the duty of killing demons like Kamsa. I am going to kill Kamsa. Okay. Brahmana prarthitaha sakshat. Directly, the creator of this universe, Brahma, offered prayer to me. Therefore, I have appeared. I have an obligation. I have some duty. You are Ekeha Purandana. Right? Vyavasayatmika buddhi, Ekeha Purandana. All the Gopis have one pointed attention on Krishna. They don't want anything else. Like Shastra verse. Okay. But Krishna is Bahushakha Hayanantas. He has multiple things to think of. Right? You will be happy. You just be in Vrindavan and do some pastimes, but he has other obligations also, right? Although Krishna is not so excited to fulfill all these obligations, in comparison to his excitement in Vrindavan, he is doing some austerity. Okay? To attend to this whole, Bhuvo Bharavatārāya and all that, right? So Sutta Goswami says this, not me. In the first canto of Bhagavad. So Sutta Goswami is describing Krishna's loving pastimes with all these Bharata queens. Suddenly he says that Krishna acted like wind that creates friction between bamboo trees and that creates forest fire and the forest is burnt. What is this comparison suddenly? Some Krishna's Madhurya Leela is happening and suddenly this bamboo tree and friction is coming. Basically he was describing Kurukshetra war. In Kurukshetra war, Krishna just acted like wind that brought the two bamboos of Kauravas and Pandavas together. There is some friction and there is forest fire, everybody is destroyed. Okay? So why this description? Suddenly Kurukshetra in the midst of Madhurya Leela? The reason is to show a contrast. It is very austere for Krishna to orchestrate Kurukshetra war, fight with demons. He is excited to do this. Just like kids. They are too tired, too exhausted to read the social science, mathematics, this and that. They want to play. They want to play with toys and friends. Right? Similarly, Krishna also wants to play with Gopis and Gopis in Vrindavan. He is not very excited to fight with demons. Right? Potana, Jarasandha. He is not very excited. That doesn't give so much of ecstasy as much as the Gopis are chastising him. You monkey lord? You house plunderer? You water thief?
Bull killer.
Huh?
Bull killer.
Oh, bull killer. So Krishna is very pleased with this chastisement. Then Sahasra Sirsha Purusha Sahasrakshas Sahasrapat Sabhovim Vishtato Vritta. Brahmanas are chanting some mantras. But Krishna is more excited with Gopis' chastisement. Anyways, Krishna is saying to Radharani that I have come here to reduce the burden of earth in response to Brahma's prayers. It's my responsibility to attend to those duties. Okay. So I will go to Mathura. Okay. Mathuram hikavishyami harishyami bhuvo Shighram atraga karishyami shubham tava. Okay. He is using the word shasha multiple times. Mathuram hikavishyami. I will go to Mathura. Harishyami bhuvo I will reduce the burden of this earth. Shighram atraga vishyami. Very soon I will come back. Right? After agamishyami, I will come here, back again. Then karishyami shubham tava. I will create auspiciousness for all of you. Krishna is saying this. Okay. So Radharani, with eyes filled with tears, she was trembling. And her lips were standing on end, not in ecstasy, but in anxiety. In anxiety or ecstasy, lips may stand on end. Okay. So Radharani started speaking. Oh, fine. Go to Mathura. Mathura, Gamishan, go. Reduce at square, no problem. But just here, one God that I am going to take. Oh, master of my life, if you are gone, I cannot maintain my life. I have to give up my life. So if you don't believe the word that I have just spoken, I'll speak it second time. I am going to give up my life if you give up Vrindavan. So I will be extinguished like a speck of camphor devoured by flame. This will be my situation if you are not around. So Krishna became emotional, he became very concerned. He said, Vajanam me sanigamam duri kartum kshamosmyaham bhaktanam vajanam radhe duri kartum nachakshamaham. Krishna made a profound statement. My dear Radharani, I can give up my promise, right? I have power to break my own vow. But I don't have the power to break the vow of my devotees. When the devotee says something, then I cannot go against it. That's why I told Arjuna to declare. Right? He said, Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhaktaha pranashyati. Okay? My devotees will never perish. Let Arjuna declare this, not me. Okay? So if he declares it, I will take it more seriously. If I declare, I may go back to my words. So that is Krishna's consciousness. So why is Krishna bringing this whole discussion here? There is a reason. Radharani, you remember? Once in the spiritual world, in Goloka Vrindavan, you and Sridhama had a fight. It's a long story. Okay? Once Srimati Radharani was waiting for Krishna. Krishna said, time, go this time, I'll come. Okay? Krishna did not come. What was he doing? He was with Viraja, another consort. So he was having some pastimes with her, and somebody informed Srimati Radharani, Krishna is with Viraja. Radharani became very upset, and she came on a big chariot with so many horses and jewel-beaded domes and all. So she came there, and Krishna became very afraid. He disappeared from there. And Viraja became afraid. She became a river. Okay? So, long story, I will not get into all the details. So, long story. I think we said it in one of our previous sessions. So, then basically, Sridhama was defending. And after some time, Krishna and Sridhama went to Radharani's place. And Lalita is there to guard Radharani. And she said, we cannot come in. Okay. Then Sridhama gave a feedback to Radharani. Why are you unnecessarily keeping Krishna waiting outside? What do you think? Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Is this, is that? Then Radharani said, why are you chastising me? Taking the side of Krishna? If Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I am the Supreme Goddess of Fortune, I am the Supreme Mother of the entire universe, right? So I curse you to become a demon. Then Sridhama cursed. Sridhama cursed Radharani. I curse you to be separated from Krishna for 100 years. Okay. To fulfill these two curses, so Krishna, now there is a situation of separation between Krishna and Radha. So Krishna is just kind of referring to that, right? And he said that, so you curse Sridhama, and Sridhama curses you, and just taking that desire, right? So you both quarrel, right? So you have to be separated for 100 years. But don't worry, it's not like continuous separation. I'll keep coming. He said, Ma shokam kuru kalyani varam me smararadhike masam viyogete darshanam me bhavishyati. He said, Ma shokam kuru kalyani. Don't worry, don't be anxious. Oh Kalyani, oh auspicious Srimati Radharani. Varam me smararadhike. Remember, I am going to give you one benediction. What is that? Masam viyogete. To mitigate your feelings of separation, every masa, every month I will come here. I will come once in a month here, don't worry. Darshanam me bhavishyati. I am going to give you darshan, don't worry. Okay. So then Radharani said, oh, every month you are going to come? If every month you are not going to return, I'll go marry. Then Krishna said, no, I will definitely come, don't worry, don't think about that, don't even say that again, I'll come every month. Then Srimati Radharani offered this prayer. Lokabhirama janabhushana vishwadeepa kandarpa mohana jagadvridinati harim ananda kandaya dunandanananda sulo adhyagamasya sapatam kuruve purastam. She said, Lokabhirama janabhushana vishwadeepa. Lokabhirama, oh Lord, he was the most enchanting personality in the entire creation. Janabhushana, you are the ornament of entire humanity, all living beings. Vishwadeepa, you are the enlightening lamp that can illuminate entire universe. Right? Kandarpa Mohana Jagat Vrijinati Hari. You are Kandarpa Mohana, you are Madana Mohana. Kandarpa is Madana, Cupid. So you can attract the attention of Cupid also. Right? That's what he said. Kandarpa Darpa Sundara Divya Murte Kanta Kuchamburuha Kukmalalola Drishte Kalyana Nirmala Gunakara Divya Kirte Sri Venkatachalapate Tava Suprabhatam. Not time to sing Suprabhat. 8:30 here. Very sorry in Indian I was released there. Kandarpa Darpa Sundara Vidya Murti. Krishna can steal the pride of Kandarpa, Cupid also. So Cupid is very proud and very beautiful. Oh, you are proud? Go in front of Krishna. All your pride is totally removed. Right here also. Kandarpa Mohana Jagat Vrijinarti Harim. You attract the attention of Cupid also. Jagat Vrijinarti Harim. You will also destroy the arti, distress of entire Jagat. Okay. So in this way, she was glorifying Ananda Kanda Yadunanda Nanda Suno. Ananda Kanda Yadunanda. Oh, Da comes multiple times, right? Oh, Nanda Suno Yadunandana, you are the cause of everybody's happiness. So please remember this promise that you have promised me that you will return. I am waiting for every month there should be some darshan. Okay? Then Krishna again said, yes, every month I will return. I am taking a walk on my cows. Right? I am taking a walk on all my cows. So Radha, please believe. If you don't die, I will come. I will give you darshan every month. Monthly darshan. Guaranteed. Then there is another beautiful shloka. Sarvam hi bhavam manasah parasparam nahi ekato bhami jayate tatah premaiva kartavyamato mahistava premna samanam bhuvinasti kinchit. So this is love between Krishna and his devotees. Premaiva kartavyam aho mahistava. In the entire creation, your only kartavya is prema. Kartavya means duty, occupation, what you are supposed to do, what you are obliged to do, what you ought to do. That is prema. What we are meant to do is only love Krishna. That's the only kartavya. Premaiva samnam premna samanam bhuvinasti kaschit. There is nothing equivalent to prema in this entire universe. In this entire universe, there is nothing as valuable as Krishna prema. And the Lord has appeared here only to bestow that Krishna prema to all of us. Right? In this way, all the Brajavasis, all the Gopis of Vrindavan are singing. Krishna pacified all of them. Now, this is there in other scriptures. According to Bhagavatam, all these Gopis, Bhagavatam gives little limited details, all the Gopis gathered together to discuss about Krishna. Whole night. They did not sleep a single minute. They didn't have jet lag, but still. They did not sleep a single minute. They are discussing Harikatha only. So, he said, oh Providence, you have no mercy. You have no mercy. You bring people together and you separate them just like a child is playing. When a kid is playing with some toys, you get giraffe, you get tiger together. And you separate them. Why? No logic. Nobody can understand why this child is bringing two cars together or two toys together and separating them. Krishna is also like that. Totally random. He may have his logic, but you cannot understand his logic most of the times. Okay? So we are in English play. And you have shown us the beautiful face of Lord Mukunda and that eradicates all miseries. And now you are making that Mukunda's face invisible and you are back in misery. What is this? You are very inconsistent in your behavior. They are saying this. And you came in the form of Akrura. You are actually Krura. You are extremely cruel. Akrura is extremely cruel. Okay, they are saying. And later, they thought, why are we criticizing Akrura? You have to criticize Krishna. Right? Krishna is very unsteady in his relationships. He will show mercy to somebody, he will withdraw mercy from someone. Totally random. Very unpredictable personality. He will give his friendship, he will give his darshan sometimes, and he will disappear from the scene sometimes. He will call us for Rasalila, and when we come, he says, he gives some teachings of karma yoga and etiquette, social etiquette. You please go back. This is not the right place for you to come. This is not the right time for you to come. This is not the right way to come. Please go. There are ferocious animals. It is night time. He will do all these things. Then we will plead him and he will dance with us. And we are little happy, he will leave us. Right? So he's totally unpredictable personality. Right? So then after chastising Krishna, they started appreciating the good fortune of the Mathura Vasis. They said, it's a very inauspicious day for us. It will be a very auspicious day for the Mathura Vasis. Sukham prabhata rajani yamasishah satyam bhuvaha purayoshitam dhruvam Sukham prabhata. Tomorrow morning is very auspicious for all the Gopis, all the Mathura Vasis. Because the Gopis are predicted, there is auspiciousness for them. That's what I say like this. So we are deprived of Krishna's association now. So, and many other things. Today there is a great festival for Mantravasis. And the problem of the Gopis is not that they will suffer in separation from Krishna. That's not their problem. If the Mantravasis can serve Krishna nicely like the Gopis do, the Gopis are willing to tolerate separation from Krishna for the rest of eternity, thinking that Mantravasis are happily serving Krishna, nicely serving Krishna. But the Gopis of Vrindavan are completely convinced that no one can give such quality service to Krishna as much as we Gopis do in Vrindavan. No other place in the entire cosmic manifestation can please Krishna, can give happiness to Krishna as much as this Vrindavan Dham. Therefore, Krishna should always, every moment, get unlimited happiness. For that, he has to stay in Vrindavan and we only have to serve him. That is their great love for Krishna, selfless love for Krishna. So, out of quote unquote stubbornness, born out of their intense Madhurya Prema for Krishna, they think that no one else can serve Krishna as much as they do, and it is a fact, eternal fact. These are the manifestations of Krishna's internal potency. Who else can please Krishna as much as the Gopis do? The Gopis are never lamenting for their own sense gratification. What will happen to Hiracha? What will happen to us when Krishna is not there? No, what will happen to Krishna when we are not there? That is a problem. Right? So how will Krishna eat? How will Krishna get any happiness from his eyes? All the senses of Krishna are completely pleased only in Vrindavan. The Gopis decorate themselves with all kinds of ornaments only to give pleasure to Krishna's eyes. And these Mathura ladies, they don't know how to prepare, how to decorate themselves only. What happiness they will give to Krishna? They will churn butter only so that Krishna can come and steal the butter and eat it and happy. And these Mathura Vasis, they don't know how to make butter only. So how can they feed Krishna? So, from the perspective of any sense, Krishna's senses are fully gratified to the fullest extent only in the Gopis company. No one else can do sense gratification to Krishna as much as the Gopis do, as much as Vrindavan does, right? So, Vrindavan ambience is like that. So, Gopis were cuts Akrura. Okay, he's not Akrura, he is Krura. So, like that, they, in this context, they also remember Krishna's intimate pastimes that he has done with all of them. So one, two shlokas are there. Yasyanuraga lalita smitavali gumantra leelava loka parirambhana rasa goshtham नीतस्वनः क्षणमिव क्षणदाविनात्वं गोप्यः कथं नु अतितरेम तमो दुरन्तम्. So Yasyanuraga Lalita Smita Valgu Mantra. His beautiful glances, his loving smiles, his hearty appeals completely captivate our hearts, and we are overwhelmed with the memories, with the remembrances of all those intimate pastimes Krishna had with all of us. So let us not miss this opportunity to see Krishna. So they have made a very, they have made a decision. Now, looks like no elder is going to take any action. Whole night they were discussing amongst themselves in separation from Krishna. They were hoping that maybe some elder will intervene in the situation. Maybe they will stop Krishna from going away from Vrindavan. These elders are not realizing that they are killing their own lives. They are killing all of us. They are killing themselves. They are killing all of them also. What kind of elders are they? What kind of leaders are they? They are not taking any sensible decision here. So they waited whole night, and morning there are preparations are going on for Krishna's journey to Mathura. So the Gopis thought, it's too much. We can't tolerate it anymore. We have to take a decision in our own hands. They came out of their homes. They broke all the social customs. They came on the road. Akrura is about to take Krishna to Mathura. And the Gopis slept on the road and said, Akrura, if you want to take Krishna away from Vrindavan, take your chariot over our dead bodies. Some Gopis were lying on the road. And some Gopis went and caught the wheels of Akrura's chariot. Some Gopis went and caught the horses of Akrura's chariot. Some Gopis caught the driver, pulled him down and started beating him. And some other Gopis went and caught Balaramji. Some Gopis went and caught Krishna. They were crying, please don't go, Krishna, please don't leave. Just imagine a helpless child crying piteously when mother is down. That is somewhat closer to what the Gopis, if you want to visualize, like they were crying, they were weeping. Piteously they were weeping publicly. So now all their love for Krishna is hidden within their hearts so far. Now it has become open to everyone to see. Open expression. So Sukadeva Goswami is saying with all empathy towards Gopis. Sukadeva Goswami is also on the Gopis side. He is not on Krishna's side. He is very biased towards the Gopis' emotions. Right? He is empathizing, sympathizing, identifying himself with Gopis' emotions and not so much with Krishna. Right? So Acharya is empathizing with Krishna also. But you don't know how much Krishna is looking inside. When a devotee is lamenting in separation from Krishna, Krishna also laments in separation from the devotees. Right? Krishna is also looking, but because Krishna has the responsibility of keeping himself very composed, calm, grave, sober, therefore he is not showing his tears. The devotees are unable to, they shed tears. So Sukadeva Goswami is saying, Evam Brahmana Virahatura Vrisham Vrajastriyah Krishna Viktamanasaha Visrujya Lajjam Rudu Husna Saswaram Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. Visrujya Lajjam, they have given up their womanly shyness, they kept aside. Rudu Husna Suswaram. So they sleep watches are crying. Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. 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 Like that they came out, he started crying, he separated from Krishna. So Lord Krishna, very long description. Krishna sent some messages to them, to his glances. Don't worry, I'll come back soon. And already he consoled them in the night. So Krishna finally moved towards Mathura. His chariot moved, and Krishna secretly sent some messages by which the Gopis are made to stand there. Although their emotions were extremely intense, their alignment with the will of Krishna is perfect. So although devotees' emotions are very intense, somehow they managed to align with the emotions of Krishna, need of Krishna, will of Krishna, and just like that. And they stay back looking at Krishna's beautiful face. Till the last speck of dust settled down by the movement of the chariot's wheels, the Gopis are standing there like painted figures in a painting. They are just moving, they are just looking at Krishna. This is the intensity of the love of Gopis. There are many more details we discuss only a few. So to this degree the Gopis are very intense in their love for Krishna. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in the mood of these Gopis. Lord Krishna thought, I just cannot reciprocate with this intensity of love of the Gopis. Capacity. This is beyond my capacity to reciprocate sufficiently with the love of Gopis. All I can do is I will accept their mood, and that my acceptance of their mood is a testimony for their love for me. I cannot glorify them beyond this. Even if they give me one full day of Brahma to clear my debt to him, I cannot. So, Prabodhananda Saraswati says, Premana Bhukartha Shravana Pathakatah Kasya Namahina Koveta Kasya Vrinda Vanavikina Mahamadhuri Shukravesha Kova Janati Radham Paramarasa Chamatkaramadhurya Sriham Ekaschaitanya Chandraha Paramakarunaya Sarvamavishchakara Prema Nama Adbhutartha. Who taught us that Krishna Prema is the ultimate goal of life? Prema Nama Adbhutartha. The wonderful goal of life for the entire humanity is Krishna Prema. Prema Nama Adbhutartha. Shravana Pathakatah Kasya Namahina. Who taught us that by chanting the holy names of Krishna, by hearing the holy names of Krishna, by performing Harinama Sankirtan, you will attain Krishna Prema. Mahaprabhu did that. Then he also introduced us to Vrindavan. Koveta Kasya Vrinda Vanavipina Mahamadhuri Shukraveshaha. If it were not Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who would have given us access into the nectarian mellows of Vrindavan Dham? We got pravesha into Vrindavan Dham and its mellows and its greatness only by Mahaprabhu's mercy. Kova Janati Radham Paramarasa Chamatkaramadhurya Srimam. Who had introduced us to Srimati Radharani? Paramarasa Chamatkaramadhurya Srimam. The limit of Madhurya Prema, conjugal love, is Krishna. Who had given us this understanding? Ekaschaitanya Chandraha Paramakarunaya Sarvamavishchakaraha. It's not only Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, with his great mercy, did Avishkar, inaugurated all these great gifts to all of us. He has given all these gifts: Krishna Nama, Krishna Prema, Vrindavan Dham, and Radharani's glories. So we got access to all of this by Mahaprabhu's grace. And Prabhupada transmitted that Mahaprabhu's to all of us transparently. And it's our good fortune. So today we are sitting and discussing 10th Canto of Bhagavatam, Viraha Gita of Krishna. Without Prabhupada, who would have discussed like this? If Prabhupada is not there in America, sitting in the United States, we are discussing Radha Prema, Viraha Gita, Krishna's living of Vrindavan. It's all Prabhupada's grace. Humble, respectful obeisances to Srila Prabhupada for giving us entrance into Srimad Bhagavatam. We conclude today's session. Sorry for going way beyond time. Radharani Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. It was a great honor to have you in personal presence of all of us. We hear your classes, all of us have heard so many of your classes, and also the children are learning from your books. So it is a great privilege and honor to be able to listen to you in person. So we pray that you keep coming and allowing us this opportunity. Thank you so much, Prabhu. We would like to now serve prasadam. So if anyone can volunteer to sing prasadam prayers, and then till then we will take 5 minutes to set it up. And prasadam will be served outside. There is ample space outdoors to honor prasadam. Thank you very much.
Sharira Vidyaja Jodendriya Bhagita
Please note, tomorrow Prabhuji has class on very important topic on Shiji Priya Mataji's home in San Raman. The topic is relationships, how to build from the pages and lessons of Bhagavatam. Day after tomorrow, Saturday morning, Prabhuji is giving Srimad Bhagavatam class in ISKCON of Silicon Valley, 1965 Latham Street, Mountain View. After that, 11 o'clock, we are going to live earth form. For that, you need to do registration. Those who have not done registration, please you can see me or Sundeshwari Mataji to do the registration. And Sunday in Pavani Bhakti Mataji's home in Mountain View, Palo Alto, there is for children Bhagavad Gita. So let's take full advantage. Only few more days Prabhuji is there. Let's grab as much chairs. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Gaurang I'll see you on Saturday. Like this. Oh yeah, a lot of that. Like
Started at 6:30.
Sometimes when the Lord speaks, they are relieved from some concerns. Sometimes they even go to the spiritual world. Crocodile case, we are not seeing much. So they support it, relieved from the reaction. That's all. That's it. Devotion. They are material energy. Jiva, they are spiritual energy. Aparayam is the
Yes,
Jiva is also energy, feminine in nature. We are all nobody masculine. They were caught up in a material Even if the jiva happens to be a female body, the mentality to enjoy control is there. That is Purusha Bhava. Right? Stree Deha with Purusha Bhava. And Stree Tattva for Purusha Deha. Right? That is, we are like totally in a different yeah. I need to complete the take. The third aspect of it. So constitutionally we are all feminine, not masculine. Conditionally we are all masculine, not feminine. But ultimately speaking, soul being man or woman is of no relevance. Soul is neither male nor female, ultimately. Soul is servant of Krishna. Some souls are in male body, some souls are in female body. Some are Gopis, some are Gopis. Right?
Vasudeva's son,
Sukadeva Goswami.
there are some women who saw the son and they felt like, he doesn't really do any discriminate, but actually Vasudeva does, because he's brahmachari, so he does male female. So I think, is that something to...
This man-woman thing is bodily conception. Soul is beyond the material world. Man can become woman in the next life. Woman in this life can become man in the next life. So maleness or femaleness is just body. Soul is servant of Krishna. According to the nature of service, some souls are in male body, some are in female bodies. Some are Gopas, some are Gopis, some are cows, some are bulls. Okay? All are servant of Krishna. So the souls being a servant of Krishna is a more important designation or identity more than being man or woman. So when you say shastras, scriptures are demeaning women.
Because this is all written for less intelligent people like women and Shudras.
Three sutras we have written, especially in that sloka. One 12-year-old girl asked me. So when showing Bhagavata Ratna, why is three sutras? Why is three sutras? How did you get a girl, right? Some people deem. Krishna says, who deem identity? Right? You may think that Sri may not understand. You may think that Shudra may not understand. You may think that Vijayabandhu may not understand. But I don't think so. They worship it, they'll understand. So Krishna is basically acknowledging the conditioned mentality of the living being. Okay. But Krishna, Gopis are talking about Mother is she not a woman? Right? So Krishna disrespect Mother Yashoda.
Stanzas don't have those things. It's the interpreter or the purport. I think that's where I'm seeing this.
Yes. Stanzas, I mean,
As text doesn't have that meaning, that the Sanskrit text that is there, that doesn't have these kind. Maybe I have not read enough to know this, but whatever I have read, it doesn't indicate that it's talking about Shudras and women. It's the purports that indicate this.
indicate degree of woman. Not the main text.
Not the main text.
Seventh chapter, right?
This is the chapter, but yeah, this is Bhagavatam also.
Oh, it's still live.
Less intelligent or more intelligent is in accordance with one's bodily constitution. If I identify myself with this temporary body, I am less intelligent. The woman who is performing bhakti of Krishna is millions of